Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin and this channel is all about entrepreneurship and living your best life. And actually I have a video that is not about entrepreneurship today. It's actually about career success. Even if you are an entrepreneur, you can definitely apply this tip to whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. But I particularly want to speak to the women out there who are trying to excel in their careers. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to share with you something I'd learned recently that if you start applying to your career, it's going to help you excel even further. So if you did enjoy the video, I've got a hair in my mouth so you can enjoy that as well. But anyway, if you did enjoy the video, I would very much appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up. And of course, if you are new around here, consider subscribing. And if you are an entrepreneur and you want to learn more from me, I've actually put together a free audio training all about how to live your best entrepreneurial life. This is all about how to be happy, successful, have the right mindset, have the right habits to truly succeed and be filled while you are succeeding online. Okay, so the thing that I learned recently was this theory. It's called Colemans Pie Theory of success. And basically what it looks like is this. So this is a pie chart of the elements that you need to be successful in your career. And the three elements are performance, image, and exposure. And they're split into these percentages. So I bet you would probably think that this large 60% is probably performance, right? You need to really perform in order to be recognized and to be successful in your career. But as a matter of fact, it's a little more like this. The exposure is 60%, the performance is only 10%, and your image is 30%. And I know this kind of sucks because it's like, well, if I'm working so hard, why aren't I being recognized for my success? But what Coleman's trying to prove with this theory is that even if you are working really hard, if nobody knows about it, if you're not managing your internal personal brand, it's going to be hard for you to be successful. And I think this is one of the reasons why there are so few women in leadership roles, because particularly women have a really hard time speaking up about their success, speaking up about their contributing to the organization, or speaking up even about the positions that they want. They're not managing their exposure, they're not managing their image, and therefore they're being passed over for these leadership roles. And so what I want to come here today and share with you is just a few things that you could do to increase your internal organizational exposure, and therefore you can excel further in your career. So the first piece of advice is, of course, just speak up. You have to ask for what you want. I was recently having a conversation with one of my ex-clients who is now smashing it in the online business industry. And I don't even think she realized she said this, but something that really stood out to me was that she said she was really trying to make it work in her career before she left and jumped ship for entrepreneurship. And so what she did was she went to HR and she kind of like demanded that they make these changes for her, they put in her a new position. And this really stood out to me because I think there's so many women who don't do this. There's so many women who don't put their hand up to say, I want this position, or I want this opportunity, or I want this role. And I think that if you did start speaking up a little bit more about your desires, your goals, your ambitions, what you're trying to achieve, and how you think the workplace should run, not only would you be better respected, but you would also excel and succeed further. So it's hard, I know, because confidence comes into this. And one of my current clients is really trying to build a business in this area. So I'm gonna leave her information linked below. Definitely check her out. Her name's Sam, she's amazing. But really work on your own self-development, work on your own confidence, because it's going to help you to shine in your career. And then on top of that, the next thing is you wanna start managing your personal brand. You know, your personal brand isn't so much about what you say about yourself, it's about what others think and they know about you. And so what do the people in your organization know about you? What would they say about you if you weren't in the room? What is your reputation in your organization? And how can you change that? So I want you to start really thinking about how you can manage your own personal brand, because that image, it's much bigger than performance, remember, in this Coleman's Pie Theory of success. So you really want to start thinking about how can I better manage my personal brands, how can I get people to know about me, and how can I get them to know good things about me, all the good things that I'm doing, and so I'd be more applicable for opportunities then. And then the final thing is you've got to build your network. I know I talk a lot about building relationships and building business besties and partaking in things from an entrepreneurial perspective on this channel, but even in organization, you know, are you actually grabbing your boss and saying, hey, I'd love like a 5-minute mentoring session. Can you give me some advice? Or are you saying, hey, can we grab a coffee so I can get some feedback on my role? Are you actually putting yourself out there to network with the people in your organization, again, so that they know who you are and you're front of mind for these opportunities? Now, you might not want to succeed in your career, and that's absolutely okay, but particularly for those of you who do, I think what we need to do is really start thinking about how can I just be bolder? I really want you to take that word away from this video, because if you learn how to become bold in your pursuit of success within your career, nothing is going to stop you. All right, that's it from me, guys. So this video, of course, was all about managing your personal brand, speaking up and building your network. If you've got any other tips for how you can succeed in your career, then please do leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Obviously, I've never really had a 9-to-5 career, but these are things that I've learned and picked up along the way that I think would apply to your own journey. So please, if you're a successful career woman, leave your advice in the comments below. And I thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.